Guys, everyone told me not to go, but I went anyway. I just finished 1 month traveling all over India, and in this video I'm going to go over my whole trip, where I went, what I did. Maybe there's going to be some little travel tips included. Currently in Osaka, Japan, so let me grab a quick coffee from the vending machine. That's better. So I started my journey in Delhi, and apart from the first 2 days, I absolutely loved Delhi. When you first arrive, there's going to be a massive culture shock, and if you're not prepared for it or you're not ready for it, it's going to be pretty intense. I had just flown in from Kathmandu in Nepal. I had just finished the Everest Base Camp trek, and so I was absolutely knackered after 2 weeks hiking. And when I arrived in Delhi, you have the noise, you have the beeping. Fucking hell. It's so busy, you have people harassing you to go into their shop, they're asking you lots of questions, they're curious about who you are, what you're doing there, and it can be a little bit intense. But after the first 2 days, I actually really started to enjoy Delhi, and I travelled all over. I went to a Delhi Capitals cricket game, and that was absolutely fantastic. I was eating street food from every corner, and I was really enjoying the street food. The people were so friendly. I stayed at Z Hostel, and the staff at Z Hostel were absolutely fantastic, and I became really close with the people that were working there, and I'm sure they're going to be friends for life. I did the free walking tour at the Z Hostel, and the guy that runs the tour is an absolute legend. So if you get the opportunity, go to Z Hostel and do the free walking tour. He's an absolute legend, and I can't recommend it enough. Yeah, the cricket game was absolutely fantastic as well. I went alone because I was solo traveling, but within 5 minutes I'd made a few local friends, and they put me in the fan club section, and they were making me sing songs, and yeah, it was an absolutely fantastic experience, and I would recommend that to anyone. Make sure when you're in India you go to a cricket game, an IPL cricket game. You have to. In Delhi, there's street food on absolutely every street, every corner. Don't be scared of the street food. I was traveling around for 1 month, and I was eating absolutely everything, and I didn't get sick. Yeah, there's a risk you might get sick, but life is short. Eat the street food. It's absolutely delicious, I promise you. In Delhi as well, or all of India, the best way to get around is with a tuk-tuk. So you're going to go on the Uber app, and you're going to choose Uber Auto, which is basically a tricycle, a tuk-tuk, whatever you want to call it. It's the cheapest and fastest way to get around, and it's super fun to drive around this way because the drivers drive absolutely crazy, but they're professionals. They're absolutely professionals, and they drive around so crazy, and it's so fun to get around India using this method of transport. A little shout out to the Red Fort as well in Delhi. That's absolutely fantastic. So I mean, I think it's the #1 tourist attraction in Delhi, so if you're a tourist you're probably going to head there anyway, but definitely go to the Red Fort. That was absolutely fantastic. I never went inside because I didn't have the time, but just from the outside, just walking around the perimeter, it was absolutely brilliant. That's definitely a must do if you're in Delhi. Also, when you're in Delhi, you're going to get a lot of people coming up to you wanting to clean your ears. On the first day in Delhi, I got my ears cleaned by a random guy, and they're going to do this little scam where they clean your ears, and then they make out that you have the most dirtiest ears on planet Earth, and you need to use this special oil, and it's a scam. So I think I paid 300 Indian rupees to clean my ears, and then he wanted to sell me a 1,000 rupees bottle of ointment, I guess, to put in my ear, and it would make everything okay. You don't need it. If you want to get your ears cleaned, do it. It's kind of cheap, and it's a fun thing to do in India. It's not super hygienic, but it's a fun thing to do. But yeah, don't let them scam you and sell you the oil, because it's not necessary, and it's a scam. Okay, next up on my itinerary, I took a local train from Delhi to Agra so I could visit the Taj Mahal. And let me tell you, the Taj Mahal is one of the best places I've ever been to in my life. I have been to 6 out of 7 wonders of the world, but for me the Taj Mahal is the best out of all of the ones I've visited so far. I chose to get a private guide, and he made me wake up at 4 a.m, which I wasn't happy about at the start, but I'm glad he did wake me up, because we were one of the first people to be at the Taj Mahal on the day we went, and it was absolutely fantastic. So I would definitely recommend getting a guide, and I would definitely recommend waking up super early, 5 a.m, getting dressed and going straight to the East Gate, I think it was, to queue up and get your ticket, because, you know, being there before the crowds get there is well worth it, because once the crowds get there, me personally, I don't think it's as special, because you're queuing up so long to take pictures, and it's just too busy. For Agra as well, you really only need to stay 1 night. I stayed 1 night, and there wasn't too much to do in Agra apart from the Taj Mahal. I went for a little walk around. My guide even took me on the scooter, and we drove around for a little while, but yeah, there's not much to do in Agra. So I would definitely suggest just booking one night, doing the Taj Mahal and then moving on somewhere else. So after the Taj Mahal, I took a taxi to Jaipur. The taxi was fairly cheap. I think I paid like $30 for a private taxi. So if there's 2 of you or 3, 4 of you, you can all split the cost. I absolutely loved Jaipur. For me, the best food I had in India was definitely in Jaipur, and a big shout out to the chole bhature and the vegetarian thali. I've made a separate video for the thali, so go and watch that video after this one. But yeah, the food in Jaipur is absolutely delicious, and there's one restaurant I want to shout out, and that is the restaurant on the screen now, the vegetarian restaurant in Jaipur. I'll put the details to where I stayed in Jaipur on the screen as well now, because the hostel I stayed at in Jaipur was absolutely brilliant, and it had a really nice rooftop for watching the sunset or just chilling. I definitely recommend this hostel in Jaipur. Next up, I took a flight from Jaipur to Goa. I flew with Air India and the flight was absolutely fine. I've heard some really bad things about flying with Air India, especially domestic flights, but I had no issues. Super short flight, it arrived on time, and yeah, I arrived in Goa. And let me tell you, Goa was my favorite place I went to in India. I think a lot of people say this, and they say it because, you know, it's true. Goa is absolutely unbelievable. I stayed at Alternative Hostel in North Goa. It's probably one of the best hostels I've ever stayed at in my life. Absolutely unbelievable. And I got really lucky because in my room I met an English girl called Demi, and we ended up traveling together for like 4 or 5 days. We made a separate video in Goa. Go and watch that one after, because that was an absolutely hilarious day. We just went around Goa on the bike and got drunk. It was a really funny day. We went to Kakalem Beach in the south. We rented a scooter and we drove from north to south Goa. Goa's absolutely massive. It looks small on the map because it's small compared to the rest of India, but Goa's absolutely massive, and it took 3 hours to drive from North Goa to South Goa on the scooter. And yeah, we visited Kakalem Beach, and as you can see by the drone footage here, it was absolutely unbelievable and one of the best beaches I've been to in my whole life. So yeah, definitely recommend going to Kakalem Beach in South Goa. We explored a little bit in North Goa, and yeah, for me, Goa was the best place I went to in India. And when you're in Goa, I definitely recommend the fish thali. You have to try fish thali. I was eating this every single day. I cannot recommend it enough. It's unbelievable. By the way, when you rent a scooter in Goa, you do need an international driving license, but thankfully I found somebody who would rent me a scooter without needing to see it, because I have a driving license but I lost it in Indonesia, so I'm traveling without one. And sometimes it can be a little bit of an issue. If you need a contact in Goa to rent a scooter without a license, let me know and I can send the contact over. It was super affordable. It was like $5 a day. Without a scooter, you're going to find it very difficult to travel around Goa because there's no Uber. It's banned in Goa, and getting a taxi is not as easy as it seems. It's quite difficult actually. So yeah, when you go to Goa, you have to rent a scooter basically. Also, when you're in Goa, if you are Western looking or you are different looking, let's say, you will get harassed on the beach for photos. When I was with Demi, I had my Ray-Ban Meta sunglasses that were recording, and so I'll put some footage on the screen now. You will get harassed for photos. Luckily, Demi and myself, we don't really mind too much, so we kind of saw the funny side, but it can be intense. And there was periods of like 1-2 hours non-stop where there was people queuing up for photos. And so, you know, for some people they won't enjoy that. For some people that will be a little bit too intense. But me and Demi didn't really mind. We kind of saw the funny side, but just a warning. I shouldn't say harass because that's a bad word, but they are definitely going to want pictures and it can be a little bit intense. So that's just a little warning. Next up, I took a bus from Goa all the way up to Mumbai. It was a 10-hour sleeper bus. And so, yeah, it was an overnight bus. I woke up at like 8 AM. They say that Mumbai is the city of dreams and the city that never sleeps. And let me tell you, that is correct. I stayed in Mumbai for like 8 days. I stayed at a really cool hostel where I met some really cool people. And we ended up just traveling together for like 8 days. We partied, we ate, we went out together, and it was really, really fun. I don't unfortunately have a lot of footage from Mumbai because I was having so much fun. I didn't get the camera out, and I regret it a little bit because I don't have much footage for this recap, and I didn't make any videos in Mumbai. But my memories from Mumbai are absolutely fantastic. It was probably my second favorite place I went to in India. The food is unbelievable. It's less chaotic than Delhi. If you compare the two cities, Mumbai and Delhi, Mumbai is way more chill, way more calm. Yeah, I absolutely loved Mumbai. If you like going out to a bar or to a club, or you enjoy the nightlife, Mumbai has a really good nightlife. And yeah, there was a couple of nights I went out with the people from my hostel and it was absolutely brilliant. We all got super drunk, and I really recommend at least one night going out in Mumbai because the nightlife is really good. In Mumbai as well, they have something called a vada pav, or vada pav is famous from Mumbai, and I was eating this every single day. So when you're in Mumbai, make sure you get the vada pav. They sell it absolutely everywhere. It's basically just a potato in bread, which doesn't sound very appetizing or very delicious, but let me tell you, it's very, very delicious. So yeah, make sure you try the vada pav when you're in Mumbai, India. I'm going to put this picture on the screen now of something I ate in Mumbai. It was absolutely delicious. I don't know the name. I'm going to find out the name and put it on the screen. It was where we had the pani puri. You definitely have to try the pani puri. The pani puri is absolutely delicious and it never ends. It's like a buffet. It just keeps on coming, and he will just keep handing you pani puri after pani puri, and they don't really fill you up right because they're small and they're full of liquid, so they're not super filling, but they are so delicious. And at the same place we had the pani puri, we had this dish and it was absolutely delicious. So I recommend you try this, and don't be scared, it's not going to kill you, okay? The only thing I didn't like in India was the fire pan. Fire pan for me is absolutely disgusting. I tried it, I put it in my mouth. I don't even know how to describe the flavor. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just really, really bad. And it's the only thing I spat out and couldn't actually finish in the whole month in India. You have to try it, so I recommend trying the fire pan just for the act of trying it, because they set it on fire and they put it in your mouth, and it's kind of interesting, right? But for me personally, I really didn't like the fire pan. In Mumbai as well, also go to Marine Drive for the sunset. For me, Marine Drive is the nicest area in Mumbai. It's super clean, it's so nice, and just walking up and down the promenade for sunset or sunrise if you can wake up that early. I never could, but apparently the sunrises there are absolutely beautiful. So yeah, definitely check out Marine Drive in Mumbai for the view, and it's also a nice vibe just to sit there and meet people. It's super busy, and yeah, the 2 times I went there I ended up bumping into some locals, and yeah, it's a really good vibe. Next up, I took a local train from Mumbai all the way to Delhi. Now this was a 19.5-hour journey, and I took this train on purpose because I really wanted to make a YouTube video, and I did make a video, and it was a really enjoyable experience, so go back and watch that video as well. I think I got really lucky because all of the people I met on the train were absolutely so hospitable and so nice, and I think I'm going to be friends with these people for, you know, the rest of my life. They were really nice. They fed me. I hardly bought any food on the train because they all came prepared with their own food, and they were feeding me curries and all sorts of pakora and all sorts of delicious snacks. So yeah, if anyone from the train is watching this video, thank you so much for being so friendly and feeding me and treating me like one of your own. I have to be honest, booking train tickets in India is an absolute pain in the ass, and you have to like do it days in advance or weeks in advance, and then go on waiting lists and hope that you get a seat, and if you don't get a seat you have to share a seat and all stuff like this. It's a real pain in the ass, but I would definitely recommend taking the trains. The train from Mumbai to Delhi was absolutely fantastic, and I would do it again. And like I say, yeah, the people I met on the train were absolutely brilliant. I think I was the only tourist on this train, so they were treating me like a celebrity, and yeah, it was a nice feeling actually. I really enjoyed the train experience. Right, so there we have it. That was my 1 month India breakdown. So if you've not seen my other India videos, go and check out my India playlist and watch my other videos, because I really enjoyed making them and I really enjoyed my time in India. So yeah, if anyone's watching this video and they're not sure whether to visit India or not, 100% recommend go to India. It was fantastic. The thing I enjoyed the most was definitely the food, and then second was definitely meeting the local people. Like, you know, India gets a bad reputation online, however I only really saw the good side, and yeah, I would definitely go back to India tomorrow. Like I said, the food's fantastic, the people are brilliant, and it's just something different, you know, it's just something different. Travel to India, don't be scared, eat the street food, meet the people. I will see you guys on another video in another part of the world. Like I say, I'm in Osaka, Japan right now. I'm making some videos here in Japan, so keep an eye out for those. Wherever you are in the world, have a nice day, and I'll see you guys on the next video.